Hi and welcome. This is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things, and I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sojo. So Ohio is having a shop hop, and there's 60 participating shops all throughout Ohio. Now this is going on through August and September. So here's a map of Ohio, and they've divided it into 5 regions. Now I have already done this region and this region. And this week, I finished this region, and I got 3 more in here, 2 more down here. So that means I have been to 51 of the 60 participating shops. Only 9 more to go. I still have 4 more down here and 5 more up here. So, let's talk about where I've been, what shops I've been to. Just pulling up the map here. So Wednesday, my mom and I and my dad all took a little drive to do some here in the Southwest region. As soon as I get to there, so Wednesday, we took a little trip down here to number 4, which is in Goshen, Ohio, and it's the Quilt Cabin. And as the name suggested, it was a cabin. She said she had the cabin built just for a quilt shop, and it was a very nice little cabin. And this is the quilt block we got. The Quilt Cabin in Goshen, Ohio. Quilters are so amazing. And when I was in there, I found this batik that had butterflies on it that I liked. And so up above, it had a fat quarter bundle, which my mom ended up buying for me. And here were the fat quarters. Number 3. Number 4, number 5, and number 6. Actually, that's not a fat quarter. They're half-yard bundles. I'm sorry. So 6 half-yards. As I was going through them, like, they felt kind of thick. So I got that in Goshen. Then, after Goshen, we went over to Loveland, right over there. And this is the Quilter Studios of London. Now, inside this store, there was probably more batiks than I've ever seen in a store before. It had so many batiks. They did have a lot of, or they did have some other prints, but not very many. It was mostly batiks, which I absolutely loved. Now, I didn't buy anything in there, but I will show you the squares. And this is what they gave us. The Quilter Studios of Loveland. Fabric Addict. The Quilter Studio. Now this is definitely a place that I will go back to again when I'm looking for batiks. And they also gave us a free batik fat quarter. And this was the fat quarter they gave us for being in the shop hop. So then, after 6, we went all the way down here to Manchester. Now this quilt shop's kind of off by itself. I know they said it's an hour and a half from the closest quilt shop from there. And I had already been there before, so I had already got my stamp and my block, so I didn't get another block. However, they were giving away these little goodie bags. Now, I didn't get one of these goodie bags when I was there 2 weeks ago, so they gave me one now. Let me show you what's in it. They gave me a free fat quarter, awesome sauce. They gave me a little ruler. They did give me a Kit Kat candy bar, a little one, but I already ate that. But I saved the wrapper just so I remembered. And I believe this is hand sanitizer. And 2 pens. Gotta love the freebies. All right. So that is where I went on Wednesday. Then Saturday, I drove with my husband. Well, my husband drove. I rode. He was my driver. We went up to this northeast region. Up here. Now, the previous week, I had done these over here in this corner. So I still had all of these to do. So we started at the Applique Quilts and More, which is up here at number 7. There's a lot of numbers. There's 2 in number 7. Now, I will say this map in here isn't exactly accurate. So, but I had mapped all these out on Google Maps, so it was much more easier to get through, to get to places. But number 7 was Applique Quilts and More. And here was their block. And it says, when I give you what I make with my hands, I share with my heart. Here we go. And as the name implies, she had all these silhouettes that were already fused, diffusible, and cut out, laser cut. Now, I didn't buy anything in there because I'm not really an applique person. I'm not a fan of applique. I can do it. It's not that I think it's hard. It's just, I just don't like it. So, I mean, but she had some really nice things in there. If you like applique, I'm just not a fan. And then after that, we went to Sew Creative Cottage, which they say is number 5. And here's their block. There we go. And this is in Fairview Park, Ohio. Don't dream it, sew it. Now, I didn't buy anything there either. Then after Sew Creative Cottage, we went to the Quilting Bee, which is again another up here at number 7, which is why it's black, because it means it has more than one up there. So we went to the Quilting Bee, and this is their block. And it says, Stitch Your Story, Lakewood, Ohio. I didn't buy anything there either. I did buy things though, just not there, other stores. And then after that, we went to number 3 right there, which is Imagine That and More. And here was their block. Imagine That and More, Cleveland, Ohio. Eat, pray, sew, and love. So there was their block. Then after that, we went to what was my favorite store on Saturday. I'll tell you why in a minute. It's number 9, and it's Pens and Needles. I did buy things. And here's their block. Pens and needles, so you can. Now, when I got there, they told me it was their Sew Creative Weekend, which is something I guess they do once a month. And they take their fabric that's been on the floor for a year or more, put it in the back, and it's 75% off. So I got fabric for about $3 a yard. So let me show you what that is. Okay. So, I bought this. It's got bees in it. And this is Midnight in the Garden by Sweet Fire Road from Moda. Now this was a little bit more than a yard that was left on the bolt. It was a 1.33 yards. So I bought that. And also, let me find it. This goes with that same line. Midnight in the Garden. And again, most of these were $11.99 regularly, so that means it's like $3 a yard. I think I did buy one that was $13.99, which still means that's only like $3.50 a yard. So that's okay. I like it. So those two go together. I was thinking there's some pinky color right in there. I was thinking about getting that color to go with it. And then I could make a 3-yard quilt. So I bought that. And I found this. Now this didn't necessarily find anything to go with it or have anything that goes with it, but I just liked it. So I bought it. Again, $3. I can do that. So I like that. And then I got a yard of this. And I bought this because I had bought this previously in the year. And this is the same line as this. So I bought this in case I wanted to do something else with it. And this is Something and Lively by Jacqueline Maldonado. It's from Figo Fabrics. Again, $3 a yard. I mean, I really liked that place. I guess I picked a good weekend to go. And then, I think the rest of these are all from the same line, which is, let me find the selvage. It's from Moda. This is Chickadee. So, got a yard of that. A yard of that. And again, this is Chickadee. Still Chickadee. All from the same line. So there's that. And there's this one. And then there's that one. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know. But since they were all from the same line, I figured I'd get them all. And then I got one other fabric from the clearance fabric. And this is from Effie Woods by Deb Straight from Moda Fabrics. And I bought this one because it goes with, it's from the same line as these two charm packs were from. So whatever I decide to make out of the two charm packs, I can use that fabric for a border. And there's that fabric right there. So that's what I bought off the clearance rack. In addition to the 75% off, they also had all their fabric on sale. It's either 20 or 25% off for all shop hoppers. So I found this, which I thought was really cute. This was regular price fabric. Got like little farms and some cows and sheep and trees and things. Let me find the selvage. Just says Heather and Sage Scenic Makeover. I'd never seen it before and I liked it, so I bought it. And then I bought a half a yard of these prints to go with it. So we have trees. And sheep. Little floral and leaves. Another little floral going on. And some birds. And just this. All to go with that. So whatever I make out of those half yards, I figured this would be a good border. So that's what I bought at Pins and Needles. Get rid of that back. So then, after Pins and Needles, which is number 9, we went over here to number 2, which is the quilted thimble. Now, I didn't buy anything in here, but here's the block. The quilted thimble. I rescue fabric. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a hero. I agree. There we go. So I did a lot of rescuing fabrics in at Pins and Needles. $3 a yard. I couldn't pass it up, especially since some of those went with other stuff that I had. Then we headed over to the polka dot pincushion. So we went over to here, and then the polka dot pincushion is here in 11. And here's their block. And this is in Richfield, Ohio, and it says, "May your bobbin always be full." And while we're there, I found a layer cake on clearance, which is Woodland Secrets. Let me pull it out here and see if I can show you some of the fabrics. They got little mushrooms and things on them. Pulling them through just some. There's one with butterflies. Ooh, I like that flower. Going through. Ooh, I like that flower too. Don't want to undo the whole bundle. Alright, and there's some more with the mushrooms and stuff. So that's what I bought there. But also on the clearance area, for $6 a yard, they had some matching fabric. So I bought this, again, to use for some sort of border, whatever I do with that layer cake. And this was from a different line, but I thought it matched it well. So I bought this for some binding. I love a good straight binding. So I bought that. Then my husband found this ghost pattern he liked. So he decided that I needed to buy this. Now they had a ghost pattern, but a ghost quilt for a model that was up, but they didn't use white ghosts. All their ghosts were different colors, purple, gray, orange, whatever that he really liked. So he wanted me to do that. So got that pattern. And also, before I walked out of the polka dot pin cushion, I found this 3-yard bundle that I really liked. Goes with that. And then that plaid back there. So I bought that there. So then, after that, we went to Fabric Obsession, which is, I'm finding it, number 8. So we left from there and we went down to there, which is number 8, Fabric Obsession, and this was their block. And this is in Medina, Ohio. And it says, "My soul is fed with needle and thread." So then, after we left there, we went to number 1, which is Ohio Star Quilts. And their block finished is better than perfect, always. And this is in Akron. And so I bought a half a yard of this batik, which is an ombre batik. Just gonna open it up here. So it's light to dark. And I bought this for a binding for this August gnomes that I'm doing. So these in here, I fear this is going to work for a good binding. It's going to be an ombre binding from a light to a dark. But that's what I bought there. Oh, I got one more thing I bought there too. Let me show you if I can find it real quick. Oh no, I squished it all up. Because those are my August gnomes that I had just got. Like I said, that is going to be the binding to go around those. So while we were there at Ohio Star Quilts, I also found this fabric, which I got a yard of. And this is, I know it's by Sweet Fire, Wild Meadow by Sweet Fire Road. And the reason I bought this was because I have a fat 1/8 bundle of that I'd already had. So whatever I decide to make with this fat 1/8 bundle, I can use this as a border. So that's everything I bought on Saturday. Then on Sunday, we hit the road again But this time I went with my mom and 2 cousins who are twins and one of their daughters. And this time we hit up the Northwest region. Let me pull that map up. Oh, so Saturday I did finish this Northeast region. So the Northwest region is over here. Now we started out over here at number 3 in Jeromesville, and it is called Country Charm Fabrics. Now, I didn't buy anything in there, but I will show you the block. There's the block, and it's like, I like big bolts. Yes, I do. So that was that. Then we tried to go over here to number 6, which is So Nice in Upper Sandusky, only to find out it was closed. Apparently there was a mistake in the book and it wasn't supposed to be open on Sunday, even though the book said it was. So we didn't get a stamp, we didn't get a square, we didn't buy anything because we couldn't go in. So then we headed over to number 4 over here, which was Heavenly Stitches. And this was in an old church. And it's Heavenly Stitches. We can lead you into temptation. This is in Lima, Ohio. Now, I didn't buy anything in there either. Uh-oh, knocked over my goodie bag. And then, for the last shop, we went down here to number 1, which is Carrie's Custom Quilting in Anna, Ohio. And here I did buy something. And there is Carrie's Custom Quilt. Oops. Upside down again. Or no, it wasn't. Itching to be stitching. But there's the block. And I bought a yard of this fabric. And the reason I bought this was because this is the same line as a layer cake I had bought a couple weeks ago at a different store. So again, whatever I decide to do with this layer cake, I can use this as a border. Or a binding, whatever I choose. And they gave us this cute little pen with a purchase. There it is. They said the top of this is supposed to clean like screens, your phones, iPads, whatever. And of course you can use it as a stylus or an actual pen. But his little hair's cute. Alright. So that's all the shops I went to this week. It was a lot. So I actually went to 17, but I only got stickers and stamps for 15 because the one I'd already been to and the one was closed. So hopefully, well, I think I'll definitely be able to get this finished before the end of September and to visit all 60 shops in Ohio. Excuse me. Because I only have 4 more shops down here and 5 more up here. All right. Till next time. Bye.